What's going on, everybody? Sub to the channel, give me a like, it'll help me out and help you out too. And leave a comment, tell your experience below, I'd love to hear it. I'm gonna go over how to blow up on YouTube, social media, or wherever your creativity or art is, basically. And it doesn't even really matter if you're good at it, because we see people who can't sing that get famous, and we see people who don't even draw simple things, and they blow up on that too. So it's basically like this. Once you want to get one view. Once you get one view, which is pretty easy, you want to aim for 10 views. Once you get 10 views, you want to aim for 100. That's going to be really the transition phase, because you're building an audience, which is basically or a following, and once you do this, you're going to keep adding momentum to it. You're going to get more likes, you're going to get into an algorithm, and you're just going to reach more popularity. So you get 1 view, then you get 10 views, then you get 100 views, and then you get 1,000. 1,000 is the goal. Make that your goal. Because once you get 1,000 people viewing your stuff, it doesn't matter what it's on, social media or YouTube. Once you get 1,000 people viewing your stuff, you're doing something right. You're on the right path. 1,000 people viewing your stuff, whatever it is gonna get you more popular, like increasingly. You have 1,000 people viewing, that's so good, and you're gonna get so much momentum and so much popularity. So you want to go from 1 view to 10, and these are going to be the hardest routes, and 100 and 1,000. But once you reach 1,000, you have 1,000 people tuning in, and they're gonna it's just gonna keep building up. That's a lot of people. So keep that in mind. Also, the actual thing I wanted to talk about blowing up on YouTube and manifesting, the number one thing I wanted to talk about, because that's a good goal to set, that's a perfect goal to set, is you got to be healthy. If you aren't healthy, then it's just not going to work out. It can, but if you're more healthy, then it's just going to be, things are just going to run smooth. You're going to know what you want. You're going to know how to get what you want. And it's just going to be that simple. You're going to be headed in the right direction. So being healthy is, the number one key. Because then, like I said, you'll know what you want. You'll go and get what you want. And you won't have to lie about things. You won't have to fake anything. You'll just be who you are. And naturally, people are going to like that, because that's just a natural thing, and people can relate to that. Whereas if you're being fake and lying and just doing all these other things, it might get you attention for sure, but it's probably not going to feel good, and it's not going to... you're going to stand out just being normal and natural, because nowadays everyone likes to lie and be fake. But once you just do the contradictory, which is just being normal and yourself and honest, people love that, because no one does that nowadays. Being healthy means eating whatever it is that makes you feel good, basically. And that can range from anything. Some people think, smoking weed for them makes them healthy. Meditating, working out, eating certain foods or certain diets. There's so many things that people like. Exercising too. So being healthy is the number one, the blowing up in anything. Because if anyone's not on the level and being healthy, then it's just going to be such a far shot in the dark. Being healthy is going to set you above everyone, or even just put you on your level to where you know what you're doing, you're concentrated, you're focused, you're disciplined, you have creativity running through you, you feel good, and that's what matters the most. A lot of people don't feel good, and they tend to lie or make up some BS. So that's the number one thing. And then we can even go as far as, the next thing I would say is just being confident. being confident and to keep going, which is consistency. We could talk about that too. Be real confident. Don't be ashamed of what you do. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to hate. People are going to have opinions. There's always going to be, no matter what there is in life, there's always going to be complete opposite. There's the sun, there's always going to be the moon. There's always going to be light. There's always going to be day, the yin yang. It's always talked about in all the ancient cultures and everything. There's always going to be a complete opposite. You're always going to have people who love you. There's going to be people who hate you. You could have cancer. There's people who are going to love you. There's people going to be like, hey, you fucked up, made a mistake. There's always going to be a complete opposite, okay? And that's something, so don't let the peer pressure to get in you. Do something that you want to do and that you can get behind. Don't feel ashamed about it. If it's something you want to do, then you shouldn't feel ashamed about it. So having confidence is number 2. And that's going to put you, you're already set up, you know what I mean? So you have the goals, being healthy, and then confidence. Not too many people have confidence. Some even fake their confidence. A lot of people fake their confidence. Some people are terrified, petrified to do certain things, but they still go do it. So they push themselves through, which that's good too. But just being confident, standing by your product or your vlog, your blog, your YouTube channel, whatever it is, your material that you made, your song, just your confidence in itself. People will know when you're real. They'll just feel it and they'll recognize. You're always going to have people that like you and hate you. There's some people who have more haters than they have people that like them, but they're still notorious. They're still, they still fathom something. They still have recognition. It doesn't matter whether you're completely good. There's people who are completely evil and they're on top. I'm not saying that's the way to go, but as long as you actually truly feel what you do and stand behind it, because a lot of people don't. So subscribe to the channel, give me a like, let me know what you think behind it. I guarantee you follow that first rhythm, you'll get there. So have a nice day. Thanks for tuning in.